Our today's topic is what is depression and what are the symptoms of depression and the best way how to overcome depression and be happy. So let's begin with what is depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest, also called major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It affects how you feel, think, and behave and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. It's normal to feel down once in a while, but if you are sad most of the time and it affects your daily life, you may have clinical depression. It's a condition that you can treat with medicines, talking to the therapist, and changing your lifestyle. Now let's discuss what are the symptoms of depression. It may be loss of interest or pleasure in your activities once you liked, weight loss or gain, trouble getting to sleep or feeling sleepy during the day, feeling restless and agitated, or else very sluggish and slowed down physically or mentally, being tired and without energy, feeling worthless or guilty, trouble concentrating or making decisions, thoughts of suicide. Your doctor might diagnose you with major depression if you have 5 or more of these symptoms on most days for 2 weeks or longer. At least one of the symptoms must be a depressed mood or loss of interest in activities. Talk therapy can help. You'll meet with a mental health specialist who will help you find ways to manage your depression. Medications called antidepressants can also be useful. And when therapy and medications are not working, other options your doctor may suggest are electroconvulsive therapy (ECT), transcranial magnetic stimulation (TMS), vagus nerve stimulation (VNS). ECT uses electrical pulses, TMS uses a special kind of magnet, and VNS uses an implanted device. All are designed to stimulate certain areas of brain activities. This helps the parts of your brain that control your mood work better. There are many types of depression. Let's discuss this one by one. Number 1. Persistent depressive disorder. If you have depression that lasts for 2 years or longer, it's called persistent depressive disorder. This term is used to describe two conditions previously known as dysthymia and chronic major depression. You may have symptoms such as change in your appetite, sleep too much or too little, lack of energy or fatigue, low self-esteem, trouble concentrating or making decisions, feel hopeless. You may be treated with psychotherapy, medications, or a combination of the two. Number 2 is bipolar disorder. Someone with bipolar disorder, which is also sometimes called manic depression, has mood episodes that range from extremes of high energy with an up mood to low depressive periods. When you are in the low phase, you will have the symptoms of major depression. Medications can help bring your mood swings under control. Whether you are in a high or a low period, your doctor may suggest a mood stabilizer such as lithium. Our number 3 is seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Seasonal affective disorder is a period of major depression that most often happens during the winter months when the days grow short and you get less and less sunlight. It typically goes away in springs and summer. If you have SAD, antidepressants can help, so can light therapy. You'll need to sit in front of a special bright light box for about 15 to 30 minutes each day. Number 4. Psychotic depression. People with psychotic depression have a symptoms of major depression along with psychotic symptoms such as hallucination, like seeing or hearing things that are not there. Delusions means false beliefs. Paranoia, wrongly believing that others are trying to harm you. A combination of antidepressants and antipsychotic drugs can treat psychotic depression. ECT may also be an option. Number 5 is peripartum or postpartum depression. Women who have major depression in the weeks and months after childbirth may have peripartum depression. Antidepressant drugs can help similarly to treating major depression that is unrelated to childbirth. Our number 6 is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD. Women with PMDD have depression and other symptoms at the start of their period. Besides feeling depressed, you may also have mood swings, irritability, anxiety, trouble concentrating, fatigue, change in appetite or sleep habits, feelings of being overwhelmed. Antidepressant medications or sometimes oral contraceptives can treat PMDD. On number 7, situational depression. This isn't a technical term in psychiatry, but you can have a depressed mood when you are having trouble managing a stressful event in your life, such as a death in your family, a divorce, or losing your job. Your doctor may call this stress response syndrome. Psychotherapy can often help you get through a period of depression that is related to a stressful situation. On number 8, atypical depression. This type is different than the persistent sadness of typical depression. It is considered to be a specifier that describes a pattern of depressive symptoms. If you have atypical depression, a positive event can temporarily improve your mood. Other symptoms of atypical depression includes increased appetite, sleeping more than usual, feeling of heaviness in your arms and legs, oversensitive to criticism. If you go to a therapist, generally antidepressants may be recommended. Or you or your family can help to remove this depression by using some home remedies, which we will discuss further. So here are some self-help tips to combat depression. Number 1. Maintain a healthy diet. Diet can affect your symptoms of depression. Unhealthy foods can have a depressive effect on your thought patterns and leads a depression. Steer clear of fatty foods and always work to eat a balanced diet. Number 2 is get in a routine. If you are depressed, you need a routine. Depression can strip away the structure from your life. One day melts into the next. Setting a gentle daily schedule can help you get back on track. On number 3, set goals. When you are depressed, you may feel like you can't accomplish anything. That makes you feel worse about yourself. To push back, set daily goals for yourself. Start very small. Make your goal something that you can succeed at, like doing the dishes every other day. As you start to feel better, you can add more challenging daily goals. On number 4 is exercise. It's temporarily boosts feel-good chemicals called endorphins. It may also have long-term benefits for people with depression. Regular exercise seems to encourage the brain to rewire itself in positive way. How much exercise do you need? You don't need to run marathons to get a benefit. Just walking a few times a week can help. On number 5, get enough sleep. Depression can make it hard to get enough shut-eye. And too little sleep can make depression worse. So what you should do? Start by making some changes to your lifestyle. Go to bed and get up at the same time every day. Try not to nap. Take all the distractions out of your bedroom. No computer, no TV. In time, you may find your sleep improves. On number 6, take on your responsibilities. When you are depressed, you may want to pull back from life and give up your responsibilities at home and at work. Don't. Staying involved and having daily responsibilities can help you maintain a lifestyle that can help counter depression. They ground you and give you a sense of accomplishment. If you are not up to full-time school or work, that's fine. Think about part-time. If that seems like too much, consider volunteer work. Point number 7. Challenge negative thoughts. In your fight against depression, a lot of work is mental, changing how you think. When you are depressed, you leap to the worst possible conclusions. The next time you are feeling terrible about yourself, use logic as a natural depression treatment. You might feel like no one likes you, but is there real evidence for that? No. You might feel like the most worthless person on this planet, but is that really likely? It takes practice, but in time you can beat back those negative thoughts before they get out of control. Point number 8. Do something new. When you are depressed, you are in a rut. Push yourself to do something different. Go to a museum. Pick up a used book and read it on a park bench. Volunteer at a soup kitchen. Take a language class. When we challenge ourselves to do something different, there are chemical changes in the brain. Trying something new alters the level of the brain chemical dopamine, which is associated with pleasure, enjoyment, and learning. At number 9, try to have fun. If you are feeling depressed, make time for things you enjoy. What if nothing seems fun anymore? That's just a symptoms of depression. You have to keep trying anyway. At number 10, reward your efforts. All goals are worthy of recognition and all successes are worthy of celebration. When you achieve a goal, do your best to recognize it. You may not feel like celebrating with a cake or confetti, but recognizing your own successes can be a very powerful weapon against depression's negative weight. The memory of a job well done may be especially powerful against negative talk and overgeneralization. At number 11, like listening to music, research shows that music can be a great way to boost your mood and improve symptoms of depression. It may also help you strengthen your reception of positive emotions. Music may be especially beneficial when performed in group settings, such as a musical ensemble or band or group medleys. You can also reap some of the same rewards simply by listening. Point number 12. Spend some time in nature or with loved ones. Mother Nature can have a powerful influence on depression. Research suggests people who spend time in nature have improved mental health. Exposure to sunlight may offer some of the same benefits. It can increase your serotonin levels, which can provide a temporary mood boost. Consider taking a walk at lunch among the trees or spending some time in local park, or plan a weekend hike. These activities can help you reconnect with nature and soak in some rays at same time. Depression can tempt you to isolate yourself and withdraw from your friends and family, but face-to-face time can help wash away those tendencies. If you are unable to spend time together in person, phone calls or video chats can also be helpful. Try to remind yourself these people care about you. Resist the temptation to feel like you are a burden. You need the interaction, and they likely do too. Point number 13. Incorporating meditations may help ground your thoughts. Stress and anxiety can prolong your depression symptoms. Finding relaxation techniques can help you lower stress and invite more joy and balance into your day. Research suggests activities like meditation, yoga, deep breathing, and even journaling may help you improve your sense of well-being and feel more connected to what's happening around you. Point number 15. Talk to a doctor or consider clinical treatment. You may also find it helpful to speak to a professional about what you are going through. A general practitioner may be able to refer you to a therapist or some other specialist. They can assess your symptoms and help develop a clinical treatment plan tailored to your needs. This may include traditional options such as medications and therapy, or alternative measures such as acupuncture. Finding the right treatment for you may take some time, so be open with your provider about what is and isn't working. Your provider will work with you to find the best option. So finally, as strange as it might sound, you have to work at having fun. Plan things you used to enjoy, even if it feels like a chore. Keep going to the movies, keep going with the friends for dinner. When you are depressed, you can lose the knack of enjoying life. You have to relearn how to do it. In time, fun things really will feel fun again.